Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a nice creepy image. Bring this from my other screen here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice creepy image just like the one you see right in front of you. Basically what this is the picture of my friends, and I have switched their faces. So originally it looks like this, afterwards it looks like that. So what we're going to want to do is I'm going to start brand new for you. We're going to hit new document, hit OK. I go ahead and paste the picture in there, but you can just go file, open, and you can just open your image from there. So the first thing we're going to want to do here is zoom in kind of on their faces a little bit, as close as you can get, and then select your magnetic lasso tool. And what we're going to want to do with it is select his face first. So we're going to go into his face and just click right at the top of his hairline and just go. Now what the magnetic lasso is doing is it is hugging to the similar color and selection. As you can see, it kind of picked up a little bit of the ear there, but that's okay. We're going to get rid of it here later on. And we've kind of got a lot of the neck down there, but it's okay. Like I said, we're going to get rid of it later on. Really, you just want a nice rough outline of the face. We're going to do a little bit of erasing and tidying up here in a little bit. But what I want to show you right now is whenever you get the that circle by your magnetic lasso tool, you can go ahead and click inside that other anchor point, and it will select your stuff. So now you're going to want to copy the face using Edit, Copy, or Control V if you're on a Mac command. If you're on a Windows computer, Control. If you're on a Mac, Command. So Command C, Command V for paste, and then we'll move over to her face, and we've got a nice something to put right on top of that. So because her face is a lot smaller than his, we're going to transform, kind of just scale it down. So hit Command T for that, or Control T for that, or you can go to Edit, Transform. It's up to you. I like to hold the Shift button, because if you don't hold the Shift key, you get this weird thing going on right here. But Shift will keep your proportions in line. So get it to be a nice rough size. I mean, you don't need perfection here, but because you can always come back and edit it later. But that's a good rough size. I mean, we can turn it a little bit, but we'll come back and do the finishing touches later. After that, you see we have a lot of hard edges around here. We just want to clean those up. There's a couple ways you can do it, but I'm going to take the eraser tool. Personally, I have a little more control with it, but you can also go in and select your selection and do what they call a feather, and it'll soften up your edges depending on how much feather you want to apply. But the eraser works just fine. I think it gives you a lot more control over everything you're going to kind of want to do with this. And so you're just going to clean it up until you get something that looks like that. And that looks, personally, I mean, that looks pretty good. But what we're going to want to do afterwards, you see her forehead is a little more white, less pink than his nose and stuff like that. So what we're going to want to do is brighten his face up just a little bit. So we're going to go in here and brighten it up until you think it about matches, and I think that about matches the forehead right there. I see a little bit down here that we're just going to clean up just a little bit. And then you're good. I would say for this specific one, make it a little bigger and move it over a little bit, but that's that. So now you have two men on some creepy little face body. And now you're going to hide this because you need to select her face. So we'll go zoom back in, and we're going to go and select her face. So back to the magnetic lasso tool, and just a nice rough outline of her face. Her face is a lot easier. It doesn't have a lot of facial hair. It doesn't have a lot of different skin tones because of the facial hair. So again, whenever you get that little circle, you can end your selection, copy, paste, and we'll come back over to his face and put hers right on top of it. Now, just like we did before, his face is a lot bigger, so we have to make her face bigger. And personally, I mean, if you want to get pretty technical with it, you can lower the opacity here and try to see if you can get their eyes to line up. I mean, it's personal preference. I'm not really too terribly concerned with it, but they are brother and sister, so their eyes are pretty close together, so we can just do that. And then go back through and give a little bit of erasing. Like I said, we'll go through and we'll do the same thing over here. We'll darken her face up to kind of match what's going on. But the main thing is you're going to kind of want to get as much of this facial hair in there as you can, because that's how you make stuff nice and creepy. Okay, so we've gotten like a basic outline right there. We're going to give it a little bit of rotation and move it around a little bit, and now we're going to go back in and we're going to darken it this time. So brightness, contrast, and just go in and pull it back a little bit, not much. I think that's pretty dadgum good. So what you've got here, after you unhide that other layer, is this nice creepy picture of what it would look like if he was a she and she was a he. And that's it. After you're done, you can do, I mean, you can add text, you can do whatever else you want in it, but just hit save. And I would save it as a JPEG so you can upload it to Facebook, and there you go. And that's how you do it.